When I was a kid, a newlywed couple moved in next door. My parents were warm and welcoming, and after our families became close, Jennifer Thompson, the gentle and kind lady next door, would often bring me little snacks. Her sweet nature immediately made me like her. As the years passed and I hit my teenage years, I began to grow curious about relationships. I spent a lot of time at their house and often saw Jennifer taking care of her baby. Her curvy figure naturally became the source of my daydreams, and she firmly planted herself in my mind. But one time, while I was watching Jennifer feed her child, lost in thought, her husband caught me staring. He whispered something to her, and I saw her blush immediately. After that, he made up an excuse to send me home. From that point on, I felt that Jennifer started to distance herself from me, and the closeness between our families slowly faded away. This growing distance didn't change how I felt. In fact, it only made me like her even more. When I was 19, during my first summer break from college, their marriage hit the rocks, and one day they had a huge fight. I saw Jennifer run out, crying, and head for the rooftop of the Westwood apartments. I was really worried she might do something drastic, so I followed her. When I got to the rooftop, I found Jennifer huddled in a corner, sobbing uncontrollably, her whole body shaking. Seeing her like that broke my heart. I hated her husband at that moment. How could he not appreciate such an amazing woman? I summoned all my courage and approached her. Jennifer, don't cry. That man isn't worth your tears. She looked up, surprised to see me there. Seeing her face covered in tears, I couldn't bear it. I don't know what came over me, but I blurted out, Jennifer, don't cry. He doesn't deserve you. What? Jennifer looked at me in shock. Gathering more courage, I dropped the formalities. Jennifer, why don't you just divorce him? When I graduate, I'll marry you. She was stunned, looking at me in complete disbelief. What are you talking about? She finally asked. I like you, I said, my heart racing. I had no idea where this boldness came from, but I'll never forget the look of shock on her face. You're just a kid. You don't understand anything, Jennifer said as she stood up, trying to leave. But just as she passed by, I grabbed her hand. Let go, she demanded, her face flushed with embarrassment as she tried to pull away. What are you doing? I was so nervous I couldn't think straight. I didn't know why I was being so impulsive, but in that moment, I made a bold decision. I pulled her into a hug and kissed her. That kiss was my first, but it wasn't sweet. Suddenly, Jennifer bit my lip. Ouch! I yelped in pain, immediately letting her go. Before I could say anything else, you little jerk. Smack. Jennifer slapped me hard across the face and ran off, crying. That slap snapped me back to reality. I was filled with regret, constantly replaying the scene in my head, asking myself, what the hell did I just do? I was terrified she would tell my parents or, worse, her husband. I couldn't go home that night. Instead, I spent the entire night on the rooftop, too scared to face anyone. It wasn't until late that night that my worried parents came looking for me. Jennifer came along with them. Luke, what's gotten into you? My mom asked, panicked. Luke, don't scare us like this. Sure, you didn't get into your dream college, but life is long. They assumed I was upset about not getting into the college I wanted and thought I was in a dark place. Their concern was touching, but all I could think about was Jennifer. I glanced at her from the corner of my eye. When our gazes met, she quickly looked away and left without a word, but I knew she hadn't told anyone about what happened. When I started college, I ended up dating a girl named Amy Summers. She was from the same city as me, and we went to school together. It didn't take long for us to become a couple. For a while, I thought I'd moved on from Jennifer, but when I came home during the summer break, things next door had gotten worse.